I have two experts with me, Caroline and Skylar, who are going to give us some advice on how they set up and manage and use their sites.
So Caroline has a site that she uses a lot already, and she's going to show us a little bit about how she organized hers and how she goes about maintaining her portfolio website.
All right, so when I made this website, it was kind of something that I had to do it for Innovation Diploma last year. So I did a lot of posts about that, and we went through a bunch of cool experiences. One of them was something called 3-Day Startup, and so I just wanted to include that because it was something that meant a lot to me and what I learned a lot about and from. And so I put some pictures that I had taken in there. And then also, I have one about school and some school experience I had that were not related to iDiploma. And so one of them was, it says in recent posts over here, I did one about Costa Rica, which is where I went for interim. And it was something that, it was an experience that meant a lot to me, and we all had a lot of fun. So that kind of prompted me to make a blog post about that as well. And so that just kind of goes to say that this isn't something that you really have to do and to look at it as a chore, and that it's a cool tool that you can use just to look back or kind of as a journal to write about things that you've done, and so maybe you can look back on it in the future.
Caroline, who do you imagine will read your site? Who's going to be reading these articles or these journal entries that you're writing, whether it's about Costa Rica or 3-Day Startup?
Pretty much anyone can view it now. I know you can have the site on private mode, so anybody who looks up my website can be able to view it, which is why in the domain name, as you can see up here, I didn't use my full page, my full name on my page, because I didn't want, I know that it's not at such a professional level that I want colleges or anyone who's maybe considering me to be able to see, because I didn't think that I was ready for that yet. So pretty much anybody can see it.
Great, thanks. All right, Skylar's going to show us her site as well. And one of the things I love about Skylar's site is that she has lots of written articles and posts, but she also uses a lot of different media to capture some of her thinking. And so, Skylar, I'd love for you to show us how you have incorporated non-written post ideas.
Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of writing. So one way that I've been able to sort of get around that, but also have a good post, is I've made podcasts. So this is, I'm actually going to the podcast. This was from 3-Day Startup, and instead of writing a article, I instead did a picture collage as well as a podcast. Also on my website, something that I'm really interested in is photography. So I made a whole section on here for photography, and I haven't really written anything for that. I sort of let the pictures there show their story.
Are these all photos that you've taken, or photos that you just find inspiring, or a mixture of both?
Pictures that I've taken.
Okay.
So we'll go back to that page. And on each of the pages, you can make a collage of all these pictures. You can make a slideshow like there was on the podcast page. Other ways is you can do, where is it? Different on this page. I kept my writing to a minimal, but I have this slideshow of all these pictures from actually a trip that we took in humanities last year. And you can put little captions on the bottom, and they're a good way to show your thought and your story.
This looks great. So it looks like you have a mix of posts that are about things you've done in school and then other things. So can you tell us a little bit about how you know when to post something? If it's not, for a school assignment, how do you know when something should go on your blog?
I sort of go by what's really intriguing. So core was really fun for me, and it was very different, and I had never done interim before. So I wrote about that because it was something that was really interesting to me, as well as this field trip we took to Pond City Market and Turner Field, and it was just something that really stuck out to me. I also write. We weren't told to put in this project for math that we did last year, the triangle art project, but it was something that I enjoyed doing, and really how I decide what I want to post is if I really liked it or not.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.